What's up, bitches? Welcome to this week's Ant Rant. I am here to talk about the newly released The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, aka Stanley Parable 2, and we'll get into that a bit later. It may come as a shock to some of you to hear it. You're probably going right now, well, Ant, I thought it's just an expansion for the original game. No, it's not, okay? It's a new game. It's a brand new game, brand new experience. I know my shit, buddy, and I'm here to discuss that shit. Okay, so this game released 2 days ago at the time of the recording, on the 27th of April 2022. It's been, I think, nearly 10 years since the original game came out, which was 2013 or so. The original developers, shout out to Davey Reedon and William Pooh. Sorry guys, I meant no offense with that one. They made this sort of comedy horror. It's the most trippy experience. You don't even understand until you play it. There's no way for me to sum up what the game is. You just have to take that dive, that leap of faith into that, and you'll experience something that you'll never experience again gaming wise, let me tell you. So I'll tell you about my first experience ever. I played the Stanley Parable in like 2016, 2017. I was a very young lad back then, as most people are. You know, you tend to be younger back in the day. And I did like a rebellious playthrough, and I ended up escaping the office into this Minecraft world, okay?
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
Fuck, if this is your first time ever hearing about the Stanley Parable, you have no fucking idea what I'm talking about right now. It's basically about this guy called Stanley. He works an office job. He's very happy about his job. He has a wife, kid, and one day he's at the office, he looks around, all his co-workers have disappeared, and there is a narrator that's speaking inside your ears at all times. The narrator tells you which path to go and where Stanley wants to go, what he wants to do. He's basically telling the story, but it's like a choices matter sort of game, so Stanley, aka the player, can actually just not listen to the narrator, take different routes, do things that he's not allowed to do, and get different endings. I'm not really sure on how many endings there were in the original game. I think I read that it was like 30. Please do not quote me on that. And the Ultra Deluxe came out. Crazy fucking game. I started playing the Ultra Deluxe and I'm like, wait, there's no difference, and I completed the game with 10 or so different endings because the endings take literally like minutes to do, right? I complete the game a few times. I'm walking through the office and I see a door that says new content, and I'm like, oh shit, this is it. This is what I paid for. You step inside, and I don't want to spoil too much, but the game kind of keeps tricking and tricking you. You know, you need to expect this from the Stanley Parable. The player has some expectations. The game just shits on those expectations. It does whatever it wants, okay? So I get debated by the game thinking, oh, this was all they added to this Ultra Deluxe? And yeah, I'm about to hop off the game, and then suddenly more new content. So I do that, get a cool ending, and then more new content, and then more, and then more, and more. And then, now, spoilers for this one. Wait, I've already spoiled it. It's basically a whole different game. It's a sequel. The main menu becomes like Stanley Parable 2 instead of just saying Stanley Parable, right? Everything changes. The main storyline stays the same, but now you have new options, all kinds of choices that you can make, and I don't want to go into it too much, but I'm guessing it doubles or triples the endings at least. Like, I played for a few hours and I got a few different endings, and they were all new, they were all unique, never seen before. From that, I am gonna go and take a guess that there is so many more that I have not discovered yet. There's so many more that the whole world hasn't discovered yet. I know that the devs have said in the past for the original game, there's at least one ending the players, no one in the world has not completed yet. And that was for the original game. Now think about this Ultra Deluxe that doubles or triples the endings that you can get. So much more possibility. It is insane. They've outdone themselves so much. If you've never played the Stanley Parable, now is a good time to pick up the game, get the Ultra Deluxe, go all out, because I'm telling you, this is such a unique experience that I doubt you'll ever get in another game again. It's not like the simple open world RPG or like, you know, one of those pretty generic common genres, should I say, not generic. Elden Ring proved to make the open world games into something so unique. But it doesn't follow typical gaming conventions. It's kind of its own thing. It's just a must play because it's so trippy. Like, I can only imagine what it's like playing that shit like high. It must be insane. The game just shocks you, surprises you, makes you laugh. There's all sorts of things that, oh man, I could go on about it for ages. But I'm gonna start rating the games that I review, and I'm gonna give the Stanley Parable 2 a solid 9.1 out of 10. It's a must play, okay? You need to understand, I don't say this about a lot of games. Sure, I compliment loads of games, but this is something else. Like, I don't even know if you can count it as a game. It rarely ever feels like a game. It feels more like a sitcom or like a TV show, but it's weird because you just get different endings each time. But with the narrator in your ear, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a typical video game, and that's what's so good about it. And I'd say, like, I don't know, Portal or Minecraft, this is one of those games that gets categorized into like the must play section, right? Something so crazily unique. You'll never find anything like it again. And even if you're a beginner gamer just starting off right now, just bought yourself a console, because it is available on consoles too, go for it. Just get the game. You probably won't be disappointed if you like yourself a really good narrative, because this game has a fuck ton of them, man. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Follow me on Twitter at the Anti-Kid. Like, subscribe, and check out the Would Love to podcast. We will be recording again tomorrow, so be expecting a new episode very, very soon. And I know it's a short one, it's a short video. I don't know, there's not much to say about this game because, like I've said, you just need to play it for yourself. You need to take that leap of faith and get into it. I saw a review actually saying that there's not much they can say, you just have to trust them and get the game. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Bye, bitches.